YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Warhawk coming at you with the first free comprehensive guide of the entire pass balance playbook. Now, guys, here at HEG, Hawkseye Gaming, I don't believe that there should be a paywall between knowledge of the game of Madden. So everything that I give you on the website is everything that I'll have to offer, and I'm not gonna hide it behind a paywall, guys. I feel like it helps us move the game forward if we can educate the masses on all of this stuff. Now, the pass balance playbook has 33 shotgun formations, a ton to digest. So we won't be doing all of that today, but I would like to start with two of my favorite formations in all of Madden, the trio offset as well as the trio offset weak formation. You may have heard of it, called probably a budget trips tight end, not as good, a phony. Why don't you just go into Colts or Lions or run trips tight end offset? There's a lot of things unique about the offset as well as the offset weak formation, including a package that lets you get a wide receiver at the tight end position. We'll go over all of that today, cover 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, and all those types of beaters, especially man. But I don't want to take up a lot of our time with the intro, guys. I just want to say thank y'all for the tremendous amount of support. But let's get into breaking it down. Alright guys, here we are on the practice field, and the first thing I want to make clear before we even get into the audibles, the coverage beaters, I want to show y'all the trick for offset, trio offset, as well as offset weak that allows you to get a wide receiver at tight end. It's not anything new, a lot of people know about it, but all you are required to do is put the receiver that you want at the tight end position at wide receiver number 4. It's that simple. It doesn't need to be a wide receiver. So if you wanted a running back there, I don't know why, but if you wanted a running back there, you could put Dalvin Cook there as long as he's not the starting running back, which he is. You could flip to your 4 wide receiver package by flicking left on the right stick twice, and boom, I'm getting Justin Jefferson there. And the same is said for trio offset. I get Justin Jefferson there as well. Now, the only minor tweak I made is I put Irv Smith at wide receiver number 2 or 3. And so I ensure that I keep 11 personnel, 1 tight end, 1 running back, 3 wide receivers on the field. Because we have Thielen, we have number 17, which I can't remember his name, but that's not important. Then I have Jefferson, who's still technically a wide receiver. I have him at tight end. And so that gives me the formation flexibility to still audible into other formations that have 11 personnel, which I believe is 21 of the 33 formations in the pass balance playbook. In the next section, we're going to go over all of our audibles and offset as well as offset weak, and then we'll get into the breakdown. Probably while y'all are here, but a tip within a tip, because a wide receiver at tight end is going to be super deadly in this game, guys. Alright guys, now that the 4 wide receiver package has been explained and we can move on and get into schematical things and setting our audibles. First is going to be the trio offset weak, kinda like trips, but the running back is on the weak side of the field. And so we're going to press A or X, and when we're going to press L2, and we're going to set some audibles that are different. My audibles are already set because I've been here a while, guys, but these are going to be the plays that you want to set. Get used to making these adjustments, get used to doing them fast, get used to going from split slot, which is what you come out in, scrolling to the left, doing your formation sub, getting your 4 wide receiver package, and making sure all of your audibles are set, guys. Now, these are the passes that I would come out in or audible to rather, excuse me. Middle slant, curl flat, verticals, as well as PA flood, and you have a few different runs that you can come out in. So the important thing to note is if they have an inside stuff, guys, I can't make this clear enough. Come out in outside zone, or come out and draw, or come out and read option. If you come out in inside zone, obviously their inside stuff is going to activate, and we don't want that. Now these RPOs are really glitchy, guys, but I'm definitely going to say that for another video because we already have enough to break down. And so once your audibles are set to those, you're going to move on over to the offset formation, and we're going to do the same thing there. Level sail, flanker dig, verticals, as well as tight end in. Now you'll notice with the verticals here, as well as, my goodness, the verticals here, the running back is on a similar, I'd say like an out route or in route, however you want to decide. He's going to the flat and he's making that speed cut. An important ability to have if you're not going to have backfield or running back apprentice or backfield master, please put backfield mismatch. Please, because the speed boost that you get on these cuts is incredible. Elusive running backs as well as receiving running backs get this ability for 1 AP, guys. It's not expensive, and it'll definitely help your running backs be pass catchers. Power backs get it for 2, and I don't even know if they can get it right now, but that's not the point. Lean towards getting an elusive or receiving back and getting that ability for 1 AP, guys. In the next section, we're going to go over the offset formation, and we're going to go over all of these bevy of beaters that you can bring to your opponent in all of these plays. Before we get started, guys, this breakdown is incredibly long, probably leaning towards keeping it under an hour, but chapters will be listed below for anything that you're looking for in specific, whether that's cover 0, cover 2, cover 3, cover 4. So if at any point you want to skip ahead or review something that you've looked at, everything will be listed below for your convenience and make it easier to digest. But without further ado, let's get into middle slant, and we're going to go into a few ways to beat man coverage and press and off man. First, let's do off, because one of my favorite routes is versus off man. We are going to flat route Chisna, and we are going to block Dalvin Cook, and then we are going to motion Jefferson over. And so what happens is a man switch induces. This guy is clearly on Jefferson. 41 is on us, but as soon as we cut, I threw this late actually. I know better. I threw that late and it was still open. But one more time for the cardio, this setup versus off man coverage. This is why I love it. They're giving me so much space, and it's just not good for them. We motion over this drag, and then if we're fast enough, we can get open for the 1 play score. Super easy versus off man. Now if they press, this is super specific. So we are looking at Chisna, and we want an outside release, which basically means we want to release to the outside. That gives us another potential for a 1 play score on the right side versus man coverage. So we're gonna leave everything else as is, You can motion Jefferson over if you want. Boom. And there's always potential for the one play score on this side. Now, the reason this happens is, and I'll make it really quick, it's cause they're both one's being bumped to the outside, one's being bumped to the inside. And so he gets the whiff animation or trips, and then Chisna takes off. And so we notice that. The last setup versus man, streak Chisna, dig route Irv Smith, and this is not going to work. Motion over Cook, you could put him on something like an out route. And then we are good to go. And Irv Smith still wins versus it. And as a caveat, look what else happens. He wins it outside. He's done right here. We pass laid that outside. He's done. He's done as grass. Next, we are going to go over cover 2 beaters, and we'll run that one more time. Oh, drag's open. Weird. Drag's always open though, guys. Honestly. Let's get into cover 2 beaters from middle slant, guys. Not gonna want to miss it. See you on that part of the video. Destroying the cover 2 Tampa with middle slant. Now the corner by B is going to be open versus everything except a 25 and 30 yard flat, guys. You're welcome. And the tight end apprentice corner, if you don't have a wide receiver here and you have a tight end with tight end apprentice, is going to get under everything 25 or 30. So what that means is, if you have a tight end there, you can switch the depths at which they are cutting to, so you'll have to force them to mess with their zone drops and just reading it and knowing what's up. Backside progressions, guys. We are going to flat route Chisna. I am going to zig route Thielen, and I am going to tell you why. Because we are throwing Thielen when he gets to where the L on Floyd is. We are not waiting for him to cut outside. We want him to get up the field. So as we hike it, it's like a slant. It's really like a slant. So as we look at it, it has to be a quick throw, and I'm glad I did that, because if it isn't a quick throw and then you end up going outside, now you just have 2 people in the same spot getting mad yards right there. And that's a nice progression before this corner route even develops. Look at this. You see what I mean? Corner hasn't even had time to develop. And so that's another thing that we can go to. Simply zig route Thielen. You can streak Chisna for all I care. Block Dalvin. And we can go with that. Lastly on the list, we'll do a bonus. Cover 2, like we said, these halves are amazing. Super simple. You need a slot apprentice for this though, guys. We are going to deep dig Irv Smith, crosser Thielen, streak Jefferson. Oh, Aaron Donald, double teamed. Thank you. And so how I took my dig there, please don't throw a rat at someone's user because they may come back down. But if they do go up to guard that crosser, know you have this dig backside. Know this dig is coming to save you. And if not, you have five yards maybe. Take off and gain something. One more time, we flat route Chisna. We deep dig Irv Smith. We crosser Thielen. Heck, we can even put a wheel backside. So we flooded the backside with concepts. And Irv Smith is not the one I want there, but you see it's open. And then we have the crosser. And the thing about the crosser is that gets over 30 too. So you always have that to lean on. And then lastly, one more. I'm sorry guys, I'm giving y'all so much. You could keep the corner, and so boom, he floods it. And Aaron Donald. My goodness, Joseph Day is just ruining my day. No pun intended. You can have two people flood that zone, but at a different time. B, X. And you can just get them more open. Next, we're gonna go over cover 3 with middle slant. And I'll see you there. Middle slant versus cover 3, guys. What's our read progression? All right, let's move left to right. This is going to be one of the few coverages where we get rid of this corner by this wide receiver. We'll just call him what he is. He's a wide receiver. We are going to streak Justin Jefferson, YB up on the left stick. We are going to put a crossing route on our slot apprentice, Adam Thielen. Yes, you will need not Adam Thielen, maybe, but you will need slot apprentice for this to be most effective versus cover 3. We are going to hitch Irv Smith, and then we are going to out route Chisna and block Dalvin Cook. Now, what ensues is the out route being open. Thank you. What also ensues as I reset up this route combination is if they do not user this crosser, is an incomplete pass by Kirk Cousins. But anyone who's a competent quarterback, that ends up in a completion for 45 yards or however long that is over there. I didn't do the math. What usually happens is a dot. And my goodness, that was Aaron Rodgers. I forgot I traded him to the Vikings. Yay. Aaron Rodgers is out of Green Bay now, guys. What usually ensues is just that. If they're not using it and they don't have a zone over there, just know if you quick hike the mess out of them, I mean, it's going to get over everything. You have to put something else over there. You really, really do. So let's put a quarter over there. Let's see what's happening. I know what's going to happen. And so this quarter runs right past him too. Quarter's not going to do anything. What's a half gonna do, boys? So let's put a half right there. Put a crosser, streak Jefferson, hitch Irv Smith, out route by Chisna. So now it's even more open. And so no matter what they do to that side, ooh, let's do shaded up. Same route combination. Does that help? Maybe. Heck no. It's still as open as it can be. And that's our first progression, guys. We can throw the crossing route late. Streak is just a clear out route. We can throw the hitch to Irv Smith, but when can we throw the hitch? It looked covered on everything else. Yeah, it did. So we are going to smart route Chisna, the outside wide receiver. Everything else stays the same. Bada bing, bada boom. And then he jets out there. And so that leaves a window for us to throw this. You can throw this with timing. Just don't throw it in. Just don't throw a blind read, guys. Because if he's in a hook curl or a vert or manned up, this hitch will not be open, especially if they shade down. Block Dalvin Cook. And he jets out there. And so I need to make that clear. The out route can be open, but it has to be a regular out route. The hitch can be open, but you need a smart route that. The crosser can be open if they're not a user in it, or if they don't have a 30-yard depth back there, and him manned up. And so we have a lot of reads that we can make on this play. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the cover 3 segment. We're going to go into cover 4, and then we're going to get into the next play. See you there. How do you beat match coverage with trio offset weak? Run what beats man. And I'll tell you why. So none of this really matters backside, honestly. We are going to put Irv Smith in the flat. We are going to streak Thielen. We are going to curl Dalvin Cook. We are going to motion over Chisna and put him on the streak. Hike him right here. And if you're fast enough, you have potential for a one-play score. Definitely a great play. Great route by Justin Jefferson. Backside didn't really matter. And let's look at these other routes. They were just fluff routes, honestly. Boom. It's not really doing anything. Now, keep in mind, there are some other things that we can do with this stuff. So we are going to streak Thielen. I'm going to show y'all a little something. Block Dalvin, motion over Chisna. Hike him right outside Justin Jefferson's left foot. And there's a hole right there where we can throw that. Because the quarter's passing him off, and we can catch it right there in the boom boom. And so, as it stands, keep the corner for cover 4. If you read too high, you may be like, maybe it's cover 4. Let's see. We can put him on a curl, and then we can will Dalvin Cook. What does that do to the match stuff? I want to let y'all know that when you flood the side of the field with 4 people, the match principles go away. And so he's wide open. Wide open. Offset weak is crazy. It's crazy for that. Put him on a flat route. Wheel route him. And so whatever, look at this. He's wide open. The other curl was wide open too by Chisna. It's crazy. What if they press? It's the same thing. We still have 4 people backside. We don't want to run him back in a wheel route or running back on the wheel with the corner. Look at this. Look at all that space. And if Aaron Rodgers can't get that off, no one's going to get it off, guys. Just so y'all know. We are going to streak Irv. Wheel route Dalvin. Look at that route combo. Looks nasty. It's crazy because flooding that many people to one side and matching them, but while the other side would just be in regular zone is volatile, so it cancels the match principles. So we hitch him, we put Irv Smith on an out route, and then we streak Chisna. What happens? What happens? We have the out route. Please, 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 please torch match coverage. And still remember that since it's man, it's just zone with man principles. You still have the corner route because they're manning it up. That guy gets manned up because he goes vertical. You can throw this almost ad nauseum. And Aaron Rodgers underthrew that by a mile. But that's it for middle slant, guys. We are going to get into curl flat and see you there. One of the best quick snap plays in the game. Curl flat out of trio offset weak. How can we beat man with curl flat? Easily, guys. Easily, easily, easily. You can run it as is, honestly. This is the offensive play art. This is the defensive play art. So we have the corner on Jefferson, and this is not a good day for him. And we also have the post by Thielen. It's crazy, the read progression. It really, really is. If this is a tight end with tight end apprentice, it gets even crazier, guys. So we can hike it as is again. And if you like how he wins, you can throw out there. But as of right now, Justin Jefferson isn't getting the separation that I covet. So, and in any instance, you can straight Jefferson, and that will take that corner vertical. And then we can pass lead this and have that open. As far as backside stuff, if you want this stuff to work more adequately, put Chisna on a deep dig and then streak Jefferson. Corner goes vertical with him. We have the post and we have the dig. A-Rod can't make that throw for some reason, but you see the progression is there. And then backside we have the flat. The flat's getting bad because it's manned up, so that's cool. But everything else, we have 2 reads to make. Option route by Cook, streak route by Jefferson. Hitch route by Irv Smith and Dalvin. Look at the space in between those. And we are going to streak Chisna. Actually, we are going to out route Chisna. And look at the separation that is caused. You can't make that throw though. But he's open. I need to complete that. I need to complete that. Hike it. And so you have the whole world open, guys. You really, really do have the whole world open. Option route your runabout, triangle RB L2, LT. You can hit Smith. You can put Chisna on a go, or Chisena. I don't know if I'm saying his name wrong or not. And you have the post on the cut over the field if the user isn't there. Thank you. We got the win that we wanted. And that's it for man in curl flat. Super easy. You can hike it stock. You can streak Jefferson. You can put a dig backside so you have something over the middle if your receiver can win there. And then you can also streak Jefferson. And then to caveat all of that, you can motion over Thielen. Bada bang, bada boom. And then you have the dig over the middle of the field, guys. That's enough for man and curl flat. Super easy to beat. Super flexible on what you're able to do on the offensive side of the ball. Let's get into cover 2. And I'll see you on the other side for that video. Curl flat versus cover 2, guys. How are we going to beat it? Now, off rip, we know the corner route is the same from middle slant. So we know that Justin Jefferson is going to be able to get over this flat. Nice little swerve catch it on the sideline. That corner wanted to play out there. He really wanted to. He really wanted to. And so we know it's going to get over up to a 20-yard flat. We know that off rip. Additionally, what else we know is if we streak Jefferson and motion over Thielen, the same thing will happen. He can get over it as well, guys. And so those are 2 route combos right there. We can do that. We can streak them, and then we can motion over Thielen. So we have 3 routes that are going to beat man. And so that's really good. Streak Jefferson, remember, guys. You can smart route Thielen, and then we can drag Irv Smith. And what we're going to do is motion them over. All right, we know it's zone. And so now we have Thielen coming over the middle. And so those are the progressions. And let's check on that backside curl. It's kind of open. I'm not throwing that across the field. Oh no, heavens no. Especially when I have this post coming. And then look what else we have. We have the drag coming across the field, if nothing else. So we have the drag, we have the streak that we're sending the clear out. We motion over Irv Smith. And we have a lot. Boom. We can gain 5-6 yards with that, honestly, guys. Streak Jefferson. He comes back across. And we can cut up the field. That's it for that, guys. And next, let's get into cover 3 with curl flat. The versatility of having a tight end apprentice cannot be underrated, guys. The difference in this route, this corner route by George Kittle, and that corner route cannot be understated. Now we are going to go over cover 3 and how curl flat can beat that as well, guys. Backside, we are going to put a dig by Adam Thielen. By this point, we know how to do that. And I am going to keep a regular corner route by Kittle, tight end apprentice corner. We are going to Will Dalvin Cook, and then we are good to snap it, guys. And all this separation on the sideline is huge. They can Mabel out here, they can shade up, but if we have this tight end apprentice corner, motion over Cook, put him on a wheel, put Thielen on a dig, we are good to go. Now, some people will try to quarter this side, and our reaction to that, pretty simple. They Mabel that side again. We put that tight end apprentice corner. We motion over that wheel route. We keep everything the same, and look what happens. It has to fight a little bit more, but it still gets out there, guys. Now, if a third doesn't play it, then a quarter doesn't play it. I don't need to say it, but let's go over it again with a deep half and just show y'all what's up. Motion over Dalvin Cook. We put the tight end apprentice corner. We put a dig backside. And this is versus cover 3, y'all. And then we can snap it. And if that tight end isn't open, if for some reason they user the corner or they press, baseline, press, put this hard flat out there, is that gonna stop us from running the route? Let's see. We got a dig backside. I'll show y'all the route combination. Then we hike it. Nope, we still get out there, guys. We still get out there. Now, what does give it problems? A little bit. A little bit of problems is a third right there. We put him on the tight apprentice corner. We put Dalvin Cook on the wheel, backside dig like we've been discussing, and we hike it. A still gets open with a pass lead down. Super, super simple. And then also, we can pass lead inside this wheel. Show you that one more time. Tight end apprentice corner. But let's say you don't have tight end apprentice and you're stuck running that corner. Will it still win? Am I screwed? Can I not run the play? Let's see. Nope. You just get more down the field. So beautiful play, guys. You have the backside dig. You have the wheel route that you can pass lead inside. You can keep that literally the same. We can streak DD Westbrook, and then we have our dig over the middle of the field. So we have a plethora of things we can do with that one play. Simply by motioning Dalvin Cook out or over. Mabel to that side, shade it up. Screw it, we'll Mabel to this side too. And so now we're double Mabeled. Put him in an outside quarter, press. We should be good, right? It shouldn't work, but it still does. And we are still getting deep on it, guys. Super, super incredible play. Love it. Probably my favorite play in the game, for real. You stop that, you may just win. But let's get into the cover 4 setup, and then we'll get into the next play. Cover 4 palms. How do you beat it in trio offset weak coming out in curl flat, guys? You know it's real simple. You know it is. I know y'all remember the same thing we did with middle slant. We have 4 eligible receivers to one side. That cancels match principles. Some people do not know that. That's very important. So formations like bunch strong, bunch quad, trio offset weak, trio offset if you motion the running back to the weak side. All of these formations are eligible recipients of canceling match defense and making it a regular cover 4 or cover 3 or whatever else you're matching out of, cover 6 or whatnot. So what I do is I put Dalvin Cook on like a swing. You can put him on an option, whatever have you. We are going to double team this guy right here because he has been eating our lunch. We can roll out, and boom. And we can gain a chunk of yards doing that, guys. And since it's a regular cover 4, we streak him, we put Dalvin Cook on the option route. It's a regular cover 4. We low pass and pass lead 10 o'clock away from that corner. It's easy money, guys. It's easy money. Street Kittle, Dalvin Cook, put him on an option route. Make a read, Warhawk. Pass lead inside. And don't fumble my rock. So the progression is crazy, guys. Backside, you do have Kittle. You do have Kittle on his regular corner or his tight end apprentice corner. And then front side, we have Cook, Westbrook, Jefferson, and Thielen, all eligible recipients of the football. So we are going to streak Thielen this time. And that is not the read, but we caught it. That is not the read, but we got it. My goodness, don't mind my blindness. Don't mind it. Our post is wide open. Our post is wide open over the top. So if he comes down, we have our post right there. Let's run it again for the cardio. We streak Kittle, because that's what we do. We put Thielen on a... Did I say streak Kittle? Yeah, we streak Kittle and we streak Thielen, because that's what we're supposed to do. Bada bing, bada boom. For some reason, that played a whole lot differently. That's fluky. That's fluky. So we streak him, streak Kittle. You know what? We're gonna corner out Kittle. We're gonna corner out Kittle. Thank you. Thank you. That works a whole lot better. That's weird. So we can keep that corner by Kittle. Smart route Dalvin Cook, streak Thielen. And we are good to go. And that opens it up so much more, guys. So we keep that corner, or we can put the tight end apprentice corner. And so now we have the corner as an eligible recipient. The option route, not really. It's either the option or the post, honestly. Let's say Morrow's the user. And let's say he just goes with D.D. Westbrook. Then we streak Thielen. And then when we hike it, if he can get up off of him, my gosh, he got stuck. He got stuck. Manned up on Morrow, McCoy. A regular curl just gets so much more open than the option route. Cool. Regular curl gets open. Regular curl gets more open. I mean, I guess we can go with that then. we stay with that. Tight end apprentice corner, we have a post coming over the middle, then we have our flat and our curl back side, pass lead 10 o'clock inside to the left, and we are good to go, guys. Super simple. Just know if you read too high and the guys are like this can either be cover 4 or cover 2, but it's super important to look at the safety roll post snap so you know for sure what they're playing. We can't rely on previous play because people who are good at the game will actually disguise that. Boom. And that's that simple. Next play on the docket is PA Flood, and I'm super excited to show y'all how to beat man, cover 2, cover 3, and cover 4 on PA Flood. See you over there. What's good, guys? We are back with PA Flood. One of the better plays in this playbook. Underrated for sure, but it's definitely really good. We're going over man coverage. Super simple, guys. Posts, slants, crossers, drags. All of these things can beat man coverage. We have tight end apprentice on Kittle, and we are not going to use that flood route just yet. So this post that we have right here is not going to be utilized. Instead, we are going to utilize the tight end apprentice post route. And then everything else can be the same. We are going to slant Thielen, and then we are good to go. We are going to press the offense, shade underneath, and we are going to get active. And so, cool thing about George Kittle is he has the ability short and elite, guys. A little tip within the tip, short and elite, when playing man coverage and you are inside the numbers, you get route tech-esque cuts on your posts, slants, crossers, drags, in addition to the catching bonus in that short area of the field. And so you can see this guy's already on our shoulder, but that separation we get, my goodness, that separation we get right here is vital. You can low pass it right here, but I wait some more, and I throw it out here. But that's the only thing really needed. Hike it, catch and run, good block, break the tackle, and we are good to go. And that's one progression, guys. We put Kittle on this post, we put Thielen on that slant. We have the corner route by Justin Jefferson, and then we streak DD Westbrook. So next, Justin Jefferson has route tech. And I'll tell you this, guys, when you gain yards and you run this corner route, please ensure that you are smart routing it so it cuts a lot sooner. That little divot at the top of the corner allows for added separation, and it's definitely going to be something that you want. Hike the ball. And boom. The progressions are there. Slant Thielen, slant Westbrook. You know what? We're actually going to streak Kittle. Motion over Jefferson. Hike it right here. That did not work how I intended it to. It didn't work how I intended to at all. Scrap that, guys. Scrap that. Don't try that. I just wanted to see if it was gonna work. But this route combo is tried and true versus man. And thank you very much. Justin Jefferson gets a free release. Post route Kittle, slant route Thielen, out route by Westbrook. We play action. And then this guy's getting fried like last night's chicken. And we can go for 6. Super, super easy to beat, man. You don't need that corner. You don't need to change that post route, honestly, guys. We could keep that one, hike the ball right there. Boom. PA flood, beating man, mad easy. Beating man in general is super easy, guys. Put short and elite on your people who are running routes inside the numbers versus man and experience a higher degree of separation, guys. We are going to get into how to beat cover 2 with PA flood, and I'll see y'all right over there. PA flood versus Tampa 2, guys. You see how the routes are lined up. You see how the zones are lined up. Let's keep in mind, deep halves still don't play much. So beating cover 2 is not hard, but some people have difficulty with it, guys. So we are going to go over it. We are going to purple Lawson. And we are going to purple Littleton. And that's all she wrote for this setup. Slant Adam Thielen. Leave everything else as is. You don't have to keep the play action. Thank you. You'll notice that that streak is always open down the field because the deep half is garbage. It's actually so terrible. Look at the deep half. He's not running until now. It's too late now. And he doesn't run over. He just keeps running back. So anyone you see with a deep half on their field, this is on Madden. Please abuse that. I am going to screen pass Westbrook. Slant post, got a corner by Jefferson, nice little smash corner concept. And so that corner is gonna get over the cloud too. Could also motion Kittle out. And I guarantee you, you never see this. You never see this in trips tight end. You never see them motion out the tight end. It just doesn't happen because it doesn't seem conducive. And I would agree with them regularly. I pressed the wrong button, but Thielen was indeed open. But what was more open was this route by Kittle. Kittle split it, and he was going for 6, guys. We are going to set that up again. Slant Thielen, motion out Kittle, block Cook. And A is wide open. My Atlanta. Spy Littleton or ID Littleton, and we are good to go. My goodness. This is what Kirk Cousins deals with. This is not his fault. This is not his fault. Hike the ball. Thank you. Thank you. Split the seam and Kittle is open, guys. Super easy. Deep halves aren't playing anything anyway, but I feel compelled to let y'all know, just in case y'all were struggling against cover 2. Look at this. Put a crosser by Adam Thielen. Now we have a crosser that's gonna get over that flat, and then we have a post that's gonna split the seam on this weak cover 2. And we're beating it that way. Also, in conjunction, what else you can do is crosser, Thielen, deep dig by Westbrook, block Dalvin Cook. And we are good to go. Not to mention that the post is going to be there. The mid read is not equipped to go that high. You would have bada bing, bada boom. People do that. So when it's mabled out, you got your cloud, you got them backed up. What's it look like now, guys? What's our read progression now? And so now we have Kittle underneath, guys. And so you'll always have something to go to versus Tampa when running PA flood, guys. All of these are at your arsenal: middle slant, curl flat, PA flood, and even the next play that we'll go over a little bit later, guys. Don't be deterred by any coverage, especially cover 2. It's just not worth it. Let's go over how to beat cover 3 out of PA flood. Then we'll do cover 4, palms, quarters, what have you. And then we'll get out of here, guys. In the last section of this ebook, guys, or free book rather, we are going to go over how PA flood can beat palms. Super easy. We've gone over it with pretty much everything else. And the 4 wide receiver rule still applies. So because we have 4 people lined up over here, we can just treat this like regular cover 4. We can throw the hitch. We can pitch it to Thielen. We can do all that cool stuff. It's a regular cover 4. So a slant route by Thielen, hiking it. They do not pass off. It's a regular cover 4. Is that unfortunate for the Palms users? It surely is, but I'm sure they know it as well. At least the educated Palms users do. That cancels their matching principles. Thank you. You have the corner out here, but what I much more often prefer is if I have a slot apprentice, I will put this Thielen on the corner. I will hitch route Jefferson, and I will out route Westbrook. I'll keep the play action. I'm gonna cancel it anyway. And then I have a nice little spot between the safety and the outside linebacker to fit that corner in. Now you could come out and run the flat and then the streak combination. And you're open for like 25-30 yards, guys. The world is definitely your oyster, especially when you're playing cover 4 palms. get super creative, see what works in the lab, guys. And it's really that simple. It really, really is. Before I end the video, guys, I just want to say thank you. Thank you a ton. It means the world to me that y'all watch my content, y'all provide constructive feedback, and in ways that I can get better, for real. It means a lot to me. I don't think that anything from negative comments to, I don't think it's unuseful. I think I can take all of it to become a better Madden YouTuber and just a better person in general. I thank y'all so much. If y'all haven't already, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing below. Ring the bell so you never miss a single upload. We got another video dropping later on today. I love y'all all like y'all are my family, for real. Y'all have a blessed day, afternoon, night, whatever it may be. But until next time, Warhawk out. Peace. It is important to know the difference in what runs I should run versus the abilities that they have on the D-line that are going to hamper me from running the football effectively. Now on this side, we have a read option from trio offset. We're not going to go over that because we're not going over offset in this video anyway. We are reading Chase Young. They were like, why are you running option and your quarterback is slow? Because when you run inside zone, these boys, they shed because it's an inside run. They recognize it as such. However, I'm not going to gain any yards on this. I have caught Sam Cook back here. They don't light up when I run the option play. They don't light up at all. And so, when it comes to gaining yards, I am much more likely to gain these yards versus the inside steps if I call an option or if I call a power O. I gain my 2-3 yards. And this is trio offsets and trio offset weeks base. Power O right here. We're fumbling the handoff because we have a punter back there. Part of the reason why you can't have a punter at quarterback anymore. Boom, boom, boom. And so when it comes to runs that are popular, a lot of this stuff comes into consideration. Buck sweep. Thank you. Blocking sets up perfectly with a double guard pull. And we're in business, baby. Halfback draw is another one of these runs that will not trigger anything except for the run stopper. I can't get a clean handoff because I have a punter back here, but that doesn't really matter. We gain 5-6 yards there, and none of the inside stuffs activate. Offset, we outside zone. What's the deal with outside zone? All right. Let me get him out of there. Depth chart. Trace McSorley, yes. And so when we run draw, free yards, they're not gonna shed. Thank you. And so these runs are so important to know, because if you just run inside zone, thank you, you're conceding a loss. At least give yourself a chance by running power O or something different, because they're not going to shed like that. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this little tip within the tip. a couple runs to base out of our trio offset as well as our offset week. Love y'all guys, and I'll see y'all a little later. Peace.